Bunker Hill Community College is inspiring dreams through academic excellence, community engagement, and workforce partnerships. Learn more at bhcc.edu.
Hairstylists and barbers often see the things that we try to cover up. And I'm not just talking about gray hairs or a bald spot. One Boston-based initiative is training cosmetologists to identify signs of domestic violence and offer clients support. It's called Care in the Chair, and three of the women leading it are with me now. Dana Alice, Executive Director for Women's Advancement at the City of Boston. Rika Elisee, founder of Beauty Link, a tech platform that connects clients with beauty professionals, and Dr. Charmaine Jackman, psychologist and CEO of InnoPsych, which is working to destigmatize mental health care in communities of color. Thank you all so much for being here. This is such an important conversation.
Thank you for having us.
So Dana, tell us why this initiative was right for the City of Boston and why you wanted to start in the salon chair.
At the City of Boston, our office at, the Mayor's Office of Women's Advancement has 4 initiatives. We talk about health, safety, representation, and economic equity. And one of the things we've seen that needs particular focus is gender-based violence. And our office has always opened our doors to when community members say that there's a need and they've got solutions to problems, to how do we bring that to more folks throughout the city. So we thought it was a great opportunity for us to partner with them.
And Dr. Charmaine, walk us through how cosmetologists get trained to identify these signs.
So we're really excited. Rika and I put our heads together and we came up with this amazing program called Care in the Chair. And the goal is to provide beauty professionals with a 3-hour training that really covers the signs and to watch for the warning signs, how to identify resources in the community, how to take care of themselves as well as they're identifying these issues, and really, again, how to expand and connect with each other so that they have that support.
And what are some of those signs that a stylist might pick up on?
Well, first I'd like to say that 1 in 3 women experience domestic violence and 1 in 4 men experience domestic violence in the United States. Some of those signs that a beauty professional might notice, particularly a hairstylist, might be patching or bald spots. They might notice bruising on the scalp. People sometimes share their stories, so they may make comments or actually be very explicit in things that they have said. And so again, it's really equipping the beauty professionals with ways to respond with care and kindness, but also with solutions.
And this was something you grew up watching, right, in your own mother's
my mom
salon.
Was a hairstylist, one of her many jobs, but she ran a salon in her home for many years, and she would tell me about the things that her clients would tell her. So it's not I think by design that I ended up being a psychologist as well, but watching her and hearing her stories, we really can connect on that level.
So Rika, how did this connect to Beauty Link? And when you heard about this initiative, why did you want to participate?
The funny part is I literally sent a text message to Dr. Jackman, and I was like, I think we need to lock in and build empathy and figure out how to train beauty professionals to speak kindly and understand people's stories. Yeah. And we took it from there, and it became Care in the Chair. But when it comes down to the work that we've done nationally and internationally, it's one of the things that we had to learn is an issue, not only domestic violence, but also sex trafficking, and how a majority of the beauty professionals are the first to actually see the signs.
And Dr. Charmaine mentioned how the stylists also need care as they're doing this work, right? And we hear often that the stylists are taking on so much trauma secondhand from what they're hearing from their clients. So what are you learning from stylists about the care that they need?
The fun part for me at Beauty Link is that I get to meet all the stylists in a different way. I get to hear their stories, what led them to do it. There was one young woman from New Hampshire who was traveling throughout the country to Indian reservations to do braids for the elderly because they wanted someone who understood the culture. But when she's hearing all these stories and she's seeing all these things, she's learning, there's a huge alcoholism issue going on throughout the country. There's this, there's that. And then you see how it's taking on this new voice in life, in her career, and that she also feels that she doesn't have a place to unload her issues because her clients feel like they need to unload the issue. It's one of those things that, it's an epidemic within the beauty professionals' experience that they're not getting the support and the mental health that they need. So,
Is the city offering any specific support to the stylist, Dana?
We are in the cooperation with Care in the Chair, and we have been doing work with Boston Public Health Commission, talking to professionals throughout the gender-based violence space on what we can do in addition to prevention and to provide resources as things are happening for folks as well.
Excellent. And in terms of, if say that you're a client who, maybe you're just going to get your hair done or whatever, but maybe there may be some underlying things and you don't know how to approach that. You may not, is it common that people would even think to tell their hairstylist things like this?
I think people tell their hairstylists things like this, whether they intend to or not. These are the folks that they trust. People have their hands in your head and are massaging you and talking to you and unloading your day and their day. So I think it is a way to sort of extend community.
Is there, go ahead.
I was going to say, the beauty salon offers this place, right? It's often gendered, right? So there's a comfort of seeing other women. I think the stylists also, they can detect, if a client has some health issues just by the quality of the hair. So there may be questions that they're intuitively asking. We want to make sure they have questions, particularly when it comes to DV, how to ask those with kindness. Many of you, if you go to your doctor now, they will ask about, do you feel safe? And I don't think that's a model within the beauty professional community. And we want to make, we're working on advocacy also to make sure that beauty professionals have the training. And that's why we're so excited. Like, she came to me, we were like, yes, let's do this. It was like easy. It was just an easy yes.
It was fun. But I also want to throw out there that as much as we talk about beauty salons, we do need to talk about barbershops and how they have taken on a role in the community as being this space of sharing and mental health as well. And that we need to just talk about it as a community. Mental health is okay. It's cool. And you know what? At the end of the day, we already know what's going on when we see your hair.
And these are some of the most long-lasting relationships people have. People may talk to their doctor, but I feel like I'm cheating on my hairstylist if I go someplace else.
That's a very real thing.
Right? So that person I see regularly, and even if I'm not talking about it, they see how my hair changes. They see how my physical appearance changes. They may see how my disposition changes.
And I like that you brought in the barbershops, because I think one of the things that we ignore, we think that this is just an issue that women face, but this is also an issue that men face. So men do experience domestic violence, and so it is raising awareness about this as well. I think,
And how do you connect? How do clients find salons that are participating, and how do stylists sign up for this?
So, we have our first info session on October 20th. So we're getting the word out there. The city has really been helpful in partnering. They have, people on the street team get into salons and sharing the message. This, being here is another way that we can get the word out. But we're using traditional models like Instagram and word of mouth. I've talked to my hairstylist. I've talked to my seamstress as well. I've talked to my nails technician. So all of those people in the beauty ecosystem are such important. They see a lot of stuff. So just making sure that they're aware and also feel included in this conversation.
And I think a lot of the work that we're doing right now is still currently in the process of being built. Everything from like our sticker campaigns that we're planning right after our December 1st workshop, and then also taking a look at what does it mean for us to build that map for Boston to know where, the chairs are safe, right? So there's a lot coming together, and it's been really exciting. If I had to tell you that we had everything figured out, not just quite yet,
Building it as you go.
we're building it as we go.
Yes, which is a beautiful process.
And there are models we can take from the LGBT community. When I worked in a school, we had stickers around that. So there are ways that we're thinking about how to make sure that people know, and also, again, how to make sure the stylists feel supported in that, because I think being part of the intervention can also put you at risk potentially. So we want to make sure that they have the strategies to also keep themselves safe.
Yes, very much.
So how do you measure success, Dana, of this program?
I think we measure success by participation in the stylist, and I think we measure success in lower incidence of domestic violence in the city of Boston, and women feeling safe and having everyone belonging here in the city.
Does that match up for you too? Are there other indicators that you would be looking at?
I think that there's a lot of great things that are going to come from this. We are going to find more stylists feeling comfortable participating in large-scale citywide education outside of it being associated with beauty, which will align more with wellness. I think that that's important. And, you know, the other part that I think is going to be something that we're all going to be super excited about is being able to scale this beyond just Boston and take a look at what does it look like throughout the state, and are we really able to bring down the numbers?
And are there plans to integrate some things for clients who may not be showing up in person or may not be ready or willing to talk about what they're going through in person, but could use technology as a means of getting help?
You know, technology is where my sweet spot is, and you know I'm already thinking about that. We do have a team of just digital hairstylists that are available to teach people how to do their hair, and that conversation can naturally come together. But I do think that there will be a hotline, and there are other resources that the city already has that we won't necessarily have to depend on stylists only.
Yeah, and I can't wait for that to, you know, meet with a stylist and say, oh my God, thank you for that program. Like, it really helped, right? Or those stories that they're going to evolve from there. And I think also about policy, where we see, you know, changes being made to support stylists in their role.
I imagine, you know, whether it's at the city level or the state level, there could be a number of measures implemented to bolster that. Rika, I'm also curious because we're seeing increasingly, as more stylists want to be on their own, they're, you know, working out of suites in maybe a smaller individual space and not necessarily a bigger salon. How might that change the approach of care in the chair?
I think that when it comes to care in the chair, we're meeting the professionals where they are, and we're asking them to come engage with us. So it's not necessarily, hey, I have to be in a salon in order to participate. But one of the things I think we're going to be excited about doing is trying to figure out how we can make the program digital and make it more accessible for some of the beauty professionals that can't show up due to like childcare or other jobs that they have. Even, you know, a makeup artist that we cross paths with today. You know, it's only a minimal amount of time that they have in order to do things. So I'm excited about making it a 24/7 availability when we figure that out.
And shout out to Anna. I don't know if that's who you're talking about.
Nope.
Makeup style. Okay.
Shout out to her. But no. You know, I literally got another appointment canceled this morning.
Everybody doing care in the chair. So, Dana, how could this be a launching pad for reimagining beauty spaces of all types to do healing?
I mean, I think it's such an opportunity for professionals to really extend themselves and to expand the capacity of healthcare professionals throughout the city. I know BPHC has been training community health workers. I can see this as an extension of that. We are partnering with some male organizations as well to work with barbershops. I think it just extends sort of the medicine that we have within our own community, and our job within the city is to make it available to as many people as we can.
And Dr. Charmaine, what's your vision for that?
I think about that a lot because one of my missions is destigmatizing mental health. And one of the things we know is like there are just not enough therapists to go around to serve our communities. So the more that we can equip community partners or grandparents or just advocates within our space, it's going to be helpful because they then become a conduit and an advocate for people getting support.
Well, we sure look forward to seeing how all of this unfolds, how it grows, and more people getting care in the chair that they need. Thank each of you so very much for joining us here at Rooted.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes.
And you can learn more about Care in the Chair by visiting careinthechair.com. We'll continue looking at how hair care and mental health are coming together to strengthen our communities. We're proud to partner with Bunker Hill Community College, powering Boston's future workforce through access, equity, and innovation in higher education. Thank you for supporting Rooted and the future of public media. Click the link in the description or visit bhcc.edu to learn more.